The story of Lamborghini is something incredible. We can say that Lamborghini Automobili started from an argument between Ferruccio Lamborghini, the founder, and Enzo Ferrari. We are in the 60s. Ferruccio Lamborghini used to build tractors, and his company was going pretty good. In fact, he was able to buy some supercars to have fun. And among all these supercars, of course, he obviously had a Ferrari, which was the car that he used to have fun. But that Ferrari had one very big issue. The clutch of that Ferrari kept breaking. And Ferruccio kept bringing that Ferrari to fix the clutch. So at some point, tired of fixing the clutch, he decided to give that Ferrari to his mechanics to remove the clutch and control it. And what they found was incredible. The components that Ferrari was using for that clutch were the same that Lamborghini was using for the tractors. So he said, let's fix it with our components. And it started to work. So the legend says that Ferruccio went to Enzo Ferrari to talk him about that problem and to propose him a solution to fix it. But Enzo, irritated about that, responded, you might be good in driving and building tractors, but you have no idea about how to drive a Ferrari. At that point, Ferruccio went back home angry about that and decided to build his own sport car. Okay, the thing is that some people say that this argument actually happened, while some others say it's just a legend and they never talk about that. You know, nobody will ever know the truth. But the thing is that from that point, Ferruccio decided to build his sport car. So he started to make some calculation and he said, okay, I'm spending 1 billion of the currency that we had in Italy for advertising for my tractors company. So what if I take that billion and instead of spending it in advertising, I will build another company that produces sport cars. And that news will be such a huge bomb news that everybody will talk about Lamborghini and it will automatically advertise my brand. So even if everyone from his collaborators to the banks to anyone else kept saying that that was a crazy idea, Ferruccio built a small team of professionists. And with the help of Paolo Stanzani and Giampaolo Dallara, and I don't know if you ever heard about Dallara. Dallara is one of the, it's probably the biggest racing cars manufacturer in the world. Most of the most important cars in the world are built by Dallara, and you will see Dallara everywhere in motorsports. And Dallara was founded by Giampaolo Dallara 10 years later. But let's go back to our story. In 1962, the Lamborghini Automobili was born. And Ferruccio wanted to build a sport car that was better than Ferrari. So, in order to contrast the horse of Ferrari, he chose a bull for the Lamborghini. The first prototype was the 350 GTB, which didn't sell anything. But then, the year later, it became 350 GT. And after 4 years, in 1966, he created the Lamborghini Miura, which had an enormous success. It was one of the most beautiful cars ever made by Lamborghini. And if you're wondering what Miura means, well, Miura is one of the strongest races of bulls. And I don't know if you know it, but most of the Lamborghini cars are named after some very important bulls. And since Ferruccio created Lamborghini, they say that Enzo Ferrari and Ferruccio Lamborghini stopped talking. They also say that Enzo Ferrari never mentioned anymore the name of Ferruccio in public. Instead, he kept saying something like, that guy there that builds tractors, I don't remember his name. Yeah, every time he was in public, he acted like he didn't know Ferruccio. And what I always wonder is, what would have happened if that Ferrari clutch didn't break? Would have Lamborghini ever born? 10 years after the foundation, Ferruccio retired to a private life and started creating wine. And one of the most iconic wines he made, it's called sangue di Miura, which means Miura's blood. So today I'm here at Autodromo di Imola, one of the most iconic and historical racing tracks in Italy, with the Lamborghini Huracàn Evo. I'm talking about a wonderful supercar, not only for the design, which is not just aesthetical, but it's also functional, like the actual rear wing and this actual front wing, but I'm talking about a true beast. Below here we have a V10 engine with 604 horsepower, and the idea behind this engine is that each additional horsepower has a reason only if it improves the performance and the fun to drive. Something like power is nothing without control. So the approach of today's Lamborghini is to work on everything they can to improve performance, fun, and to create a car that is easy to drive. And this is why people always ask, why did Lamborghini not improve the Performante but instead work on a totally new car, which is the Huracan? Because they wanted to create a car which is fast and easy. Hidden inside this car we have a world of technology. And one of the most important progress of this car is that the electronics now is not reactive, which means I lose control, so I act to regain control. But it's predictive, which means I'm going to steer, so I'm going to do the best thing to let the car steer better. So it works before things happen. And if you take a look inside, it truly feels like a jet fighter. Not only about the design, this kind of carbon that I've never seen. I have no idea about how it's made, but I'm talking about the switches, which seems like an F-22 Raptors. This, which is the start and stop engine switch, which looks like a missile launcher. The paddle shift, the steering wheel, everything is pure racing. And one of the most important thing is the switch, which is called anima. Anima in Italian means soul. We have 3 different modes, which are like souls, which means we have 3 different cars. We have Strada, which means road. We have Sport, which is just made for fun, just for drifting, just for doing everything you can to have the most fun out of the car. And then we have Corsa, which means racing. And that is the mode to get the maximum performance on track. Ok raga, questa è la dimostrazione che quando si sta seduti di là è tutto semplice, quando si sta seduti di qua sembra di morire, vero?
È un po' così, dai. Il primo giro te lo faccio tranquillo, te lo faccio più didattico, no?
Ok.
Siamo in sport, ESC off, drift mode, tornante a destra bagnato,
ok.
Parto.
Oddio! Questo era tranquillo.
Sì, vai.
Oddio! Oddio! Quindi quando freno sterzo per farla girare?
Sì, allora io ti consiglio, stai largo,
sì,
porti la frenata in curva,
ok,
giri che carica bene l'anteriore, quando senti il grip che ha girato dentro, vai,
ok,
sul gas. Alla grande, così, proprio così.
awesome! You have no idea how fucking amazing this car is to drive. Woo! Ha! Oh my god, it was incredible, really. I just wanted to say thank you to X-Tech, who invited me to experience this wonderful day on board with the Lamborghini in Imola, which is one of the most historical circuits in Italy. I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching. Bye bye.